that's a really great idea for people in your role to have this tech fair where the teachers can come in and they can sample everything. And not only is that valuable for the teacher to be able to see everything laid out and they can start envisioning how they can use this in their classroom, but to your point that you just mentioned, that's valuable feedback for you. You get to get communication from those teachers saying, I think there's a fit here, or I will never use this. And then that's something that you can use for your work, or even go back and communicate to the vendors so that they know the kind of feedback you're getting from teachers. That's a really valuable activity that you do there. That's so cool. I think a lot of technology requires a lot of initial setup, right? You have some tech that's going to, require some significant staff hours to start implementing. But then you have the technology that's low barrier to entry, that's low hanging fruit, that's plug and play, and can do a lot of good for teachers without a lot of setup time. Can you give us some of your favorite examples that you're using right now of that low hanging fruit technology? Things that you say to teachers, put this in your classroom, it's going to fit right in, it's not going to be a ton of setup, and it's going to save you hours a week in work, or it's going to create really cool learning experiences for your students.
That's a great point. What's something you can plug in straight away? I think, obviously it's something that's low hanging fruit. It's something that they're going to use every day, right? It's something that they can touch. It's something they can explore. I mean, it's hard to find a school district that isn't some kind of Google these days.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, probably Microsoft Office really dominated the school front, or even there's some other products out there that I've forgotten, right? So, the Google suite is really where they're going to spend the bulk of their time. So I think back to the previous question. I definitely was relating to the teacher tech fair. I, like any good teacher, that's just a stolen idea I heard from someone else and kind of remixed it for us. But, as a what I'm going to say as a washed up has-been classroom teacher, one of the things I appreciated with a Google Doc was I could give my students feedback, my English students feedback straight away, and so for me, that was something I had in my ecosystem every day, all the time. And I was able to see the value. You would often do some kind of peer review, right? Back in the day. And I mean, I know I probably got some years on you, but back in the day when I was a student, it was red pens, right? You had a red pen, you peer reviewed your buddy, your partner's, paper. Well, your Google Doc is a great way to peer review. You can add comments, and so on and so forth. So for me, that's that kind of entry level. I don't know if there's anything that, maybe something in scheduling. I think there's something out there.